Hi people, this is Gio for Aroundtable, and today I'm gonna talk about it's Spider-Man, but I'll get that's the original cover. This one here from J.J. Abrams, and I think his son was involved too. Okay, money lost. It's a waste. Yes, here I thought J.J. Abrams would be like, wow, it's gonna be an amazing story. This and this and that. Nah, I read better than this and this and that. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of stupid in a sense because I have high expectation out of this. Out of this, J.J. Abrams being that he's able to do his own Spider-Man and everything. No, here Spider-Man loses Mary Jane. He goes and he loses one of his hand, and he goes ballistic, and he leaves his son to his Aunt May, and he went back to photography and this and that because he wants to go underground. And something happened to the Avengers. The Avengers are dead or lost, or most I think they're dead because you see at a certain point they all have robotic things on them and everything. Spoiler alert: you don't care, okay? And to me, it's this way, okay? And nothing makes sense. Why would Peter Parker disappear? Don't you once you get revenge? Like this guy's around. That means if he does it to you, he's gonna do it to somebody else. So play dead, like Tony Stark's still alive. Do Tony Stark. You're making a scenery that Spider-Man gets killed by this guy called Sunburst, which is Iron Man's creates his armor that he looks like a villain, and he kills and he fries Spider-Man. So this guy thinks Spider-Man is dead, and so Peter Parker could play a normal human role, and while he's undercover, him and Tony Stark creates the high-tech technology later on for revenge, and also to get justice of Mary Jane and everything, except him cowering under the rocks and hiding himself as a photographer around the world and ignoring his son and all that. Okay, that's what I'll do. And then there's no Avengers. Okay, I don't know about you, but when you go to a comic book store right now and you look at Marvel, there's almost 20 teams only in America. You have 6, 7 teams, just the X-Men. You have the Avengers, you have the West Coast Avengers, then you have the Young Avengers, then you have the Champions, then you have this, blah, 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 who knows, the Guardians, this and this. If they're on Earth or if they're not on Earth, then there's other people, there's this little team Groom Up, the Defenders. Where are all these people? All of a sudden, oh no, all the event and they disappear. There's no detailed story of what happened. How come this world is different from the world that or the movies or the latest comic book? There's no detail. It's like, I'm J.J. Abrams. I know how to make a comic book. That's crap. The guy should buy a big roll of toilet paper from Costco, go to the washroom and stay there because it was full of crap. Because it was nothing like, oh my God, the best stories ever. No, it was not. It was a cash cow again. This guy thought he's the best thing that ever came up to him, the Spider-Man. No, he's not. He destroyed it completely. I mean, seriously. So he loses a hand. Tony Stark is there. Create an arm, these robotic hands that he could do science. Him and Tony Stark could create things. Where's the Fantastic Four? There's another superhero team that doesn't exist in this one over here. So there's a lot of things. It doesn't make. It's kind of like Spider-Man's world, and this guy has all these robotics and that kind of thing, and he never reappears. He never tries to do anything else. And Spider-Man Peter Parker, whatever you want to prefer, isn't he worried that this guy could come out of the woodworks? And he doesn't know, the way it looks, like Peter Parker analyzed the guy. He knows how he thinks, how his world rotates around his mind. That if Spider-Man doesn't appear, he's gonna stay in his little hole. How do you know? And if this come out, he kills people or damaging other people's family and everything. Oh, responsibility. What happened to great responsibility? So your wife is dead. Don't you want some justice out of that? No, let him be. Let him do his world because he probably has good. He doesn't even know why he did what he did, give or take. He doesn't know if it's all true or not true. So for me, it's like I'm gonna smoke a big thing of marijuana just to forget this goddamn bloody story. Because for me, J.J. Abrams, I thought what he thought. Don't touch comic books no more. Stay away from them. Stay into movies. Because Enterprise was very good the way he did it and everything. But in comic books, no. There was so much potential he could have done to Spider-Man's world. I ain't gonna make my ideas make his go into his world to make his world better, but it's personally I find there was nothing overly impressed through all of it. Ends up being the torch gets thrown passed to the sun. Ooh, wow, we never seen that before. No, that's original. And then Mary Jane might have superpowers. Oh, that's original. I mean, we've seen so many other comic books like that. So there's nothing originality. He didn't break nothing out of it. It's just a what if. And a really bad what if because it was J.J. Abrams, which I had a high expectation, and yeah, I probably repeated 3-4 times because that's how frustrated I am. So the best so far, it's Life Story. There you go. I'm going back to that. And I'll let you go. And I think there's one more of Spider-Man, and that's it. So Geo out.